Welcome to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and the bazaar just informed me that Zess T's contact lens came in. Just as predicted. So, let's grab the contact lens, and while we're at it, I could grab a fire flower, and there's a reason why I should. Honestly, I also should grab, I wanted to come back and grab a mushroom, but unfortunately I didn't think about it. So let's just grab this fire flower instead. Also, one other thing, make sure you find rope-port signs, because sometimes there'll be interesting things. Like, for instance, this right here is Miss Mouse's leftover calling card. So, there's always going to be something funny and interesting. And meanwhile, while I give Zess T her contact lens back, I have pretty much unlocked the area that we need to go to next once I clear Boggly Woods. But that's not all we did. Because of the fact that Zess T can see now, Zess T is actually a good cook. Now, here's something that needs to be noted about Zess T. Pay attention to how she cooks the food, no matter what item you give her. Because if the item only has a black puff of smoke, that means the item came out good. However, if the item for some reason have a mushroom cloud with fire, that item is going to turn into a mistake. So you might want to be careful of what item you give Zess T in order for her to cook. Just thought I'd let you know when dealing with Zess T. And there's also a special indicator that you've actually cooked something special. So keep that in mind. But right now, I got me some spicy soup, which actually may do me good in the later battle. In the meantime, we can now head on back over to the Toad Bazaar. But not just that. Actually, let's head over to this guy. Yeah, this guy may be a street vendor, but he is the only place where you can get the Jumpman and Double Pain. I don't think you want Double Pain, but Jumpman you do. If you are trying to go for all Jump Mario. So, yeah. You can always get that, but also you can get Shooting Stars and Earthquakes, just in case you need something that'll penetrate through enemies' defenses. So with that purchase, let's go on ahead back to Rogueport Sewers. And cut! See this hole right here? Blow it away! And what's inside is a Happy Heart P. So it's basically a regen. That's what Happy Heart is for your allies. So now we took another extensive jump cut all the way back to Boggly Woods. And this time, we're going to actually go to the tree. And now that we have Flurry in tow, we could just go on ahead and blow away that portrait, but I want to make sure first... Sorry. A little bit tired here. I want to make sure first that there's nothing of interest there, and there is something... Well, I don't think there is anything of interest. At least not yet. Because I do believe that if you have a certain someone, you'll be able to find most of the hidden items. But for the time being, Flurry has found the hidden secret entrance. And with that, Punio can open the door to the next level. Now, something you need to be known about in this dungeon. Punio is basically going to be the key to your dungeon. As a matter of fact, they're going to make up the majority of how you, Punio and his pals will make up the majority of how you traverse this dungeon. That's what makes this unique. It's sort of like Pikmin, except these guys can't die. And Olimar's not a... Wait, actually, Olimar's a prick. Yeah, Olimar's a prick to them. I almost defended Olimar there for a second. Anyway, Now then, let's go over and get into this door and start this dungeon. But before we even start this dungeon, I want to make perfectly clear to you that you might want to bring some healing items. You're gonna need them. But don't bring too many items, because there's some really good items lying about here in Boggly Woods, so there's something you might want to keep in mind. And, wait a minute. Well, for the time being, it seems that Punio is trying to call out all of his friends, but unfortunately, none of them are answering. But you want to know what is answering? X-Knots. Of course they are. You! Who are you guys? How'd you get in here? Whoa, dude, isn't he that Mario guy? What? He is! We better get him then. But dude, Lord Crump totally told us to immediately tell him if we found... You idiot! Use your head. If we capture him, we'll get all the credit, man. Duh! Oh yeah, right on. Let's rock this jump. 1, 2, 3, break! Worst decision you ever made, guys. Well, these are the X-Knots, and yeah, get used to them because they're going to be around this particular dungeon. So I might as well tell them now, because I'm not going to tell them in the moon. It's too dangerous to do that. But anyway, these X-Knots, how should I put this? They utilize this potion in order to make themselves stronger and make you weaker. So keep that in mind. It's sort of like fighting Belgium and Maryland. The difference is their HP and defense don't change. Actually, no, their defenses don't change. The HP doesn't. No, the HP stays the same. The defenses doesn't change at all. In Maryland. God damn it! In Maryland's case, why do I keep calling her Miriam? In Maryland's case, Maryland's HP and defense will increase. Not HP. I meant defense. My bad. But her strength will increase too. But as you can see here, the X-Dots are pushovers. So, there's really not much to worry about. You'll be able to get a lot of star points from these guys. Yeah, you better run back to Lord Crump. So, now that we've got that over with, let's see if there's any more Punies that's lying around. Or hiding. Unfortunately, nobody's coming out. Oh wait, no, there's one. Someone accidentally popped out. They're all just hiding from Punio because of the fact that they're scared of not only the invaders, but the fact that Punio may have doomed their village. Which he honestly hasn't, because Mario came here to actually get the Crystal Star. Now then, more Punies are going to appear. And they all have got something to say to Mario. So, now, these Punies are not going to move a muscle at all. So, what are we going to do? Well, of course, I do believe there's one bad apple that's keeping these guys from actually lifting a finger. And there's the bad apple right there. That's Puniper. Unfortunately, Puniper doesn't really know the severity of the situation. I mean, it's true that most of the Punies were captured. However, the severity of the situation is that unless these guys actually do something, those Punies are not going to be free. Let alone the fact that the Jabbies have pretty much taken over their entire homeland. So in order for the tree to finally be safe, somebody's gonna have to actually take a stand. And Punio is the guy who's actually trying to take a stand. Unfortunately, Punio's got hit with the harsh realization that, well, the Punies that he sees there are all they see because every last one of them, except for a handful, happens to be in the possession of the X-Nauts, and we gotta rescue them. So then, Pewdiepie is not gonna move, and neither will the Punies unless Punio actually rescues the Grand Elder first. Or should I say the Elder? Yeah. We got one of those guys. You know, they're in danger, but all of a sudden they want to be picky about who saves them. Like those guys in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith in Final Fantasy X-2. Talk about hypocritical. Anyway, the whole point is, Pewdiepie is not going to make a move, and neither will the other Punies make a move until we at least free the Elder. And it's a real sad thing that it had to come this way. So, let's switch to Flurry because she hasn't had much screen time. And if you think you could open this door, nope, I just showed you you can't. Because that actually leads to a boss. Instead, you go here. And now, since we're here, notice this pedestal. We can't really do anything about that for the time being. Instead, we're going to have to just keep on going up. Come on. There's nothing down here. Let's go up. Alright. Now it's time for us to avoid the X-Naut. But first, a Power Punch. A Power Punch will make Mario big. And with the fact that there's a big Mario, that means there's more damage that's going to be dealt to the enemy. And that really sucks, the fact that I was planning on getting out of this without doing any random encounters. Unfortunately, that actually happened. Of course. And what exactly is this again? Oh yeah, mini yucks. And yucks. Yucks are equally evil. Here's why they're evil. Every time you actually attack a yucks will actually then retaliate and put up a barrier around him. And at that point, you have to dismantle the mini yucks in order to get to the actual yucks. The yuck can actually put up to 3, what's the word for them? They can put up to, 3 mini yucks to pretty much protect them from any physical and magic attacks. So long as the yucks themselves are not, mini yucks, sorry, are not killed. Kind of a very interesting yet not so satisfying gameplay mechanic you got there. Anyway, let's ignore this enemy. Ignore this enemy. There we go. And of course, this will not play along without a certain someone. But that guy is just sitting there, watching a bunch of weapons of mass destruction. Like George Bush. That's me being a cynical, by the way. Yes, that was me being a cynic. Now that we're here, we found the Elder. Now the bad news is, not only did we find the Elder, but also, how should I put this? The key to the Elder's cell is not too far from the room. Anyway, I'm sorry I haven't had much sleep. I apologize. Because, yeah, my work's been tiring me out. Anyway, and by work I mean actual job, not YouTube. But anyway, if you've noticed, the puny Elder is just going to repeat her dialogue over and over again. And, yeah, she literally outlived some of her children. So, yeah, she's been around so she can actually give off unwarranted advice to pretty much tell the Punies what they need to know. So, yeah, you're gonna keep talking? I'm gonna go on ahead and stop this conversation. But first, Punio has found his sister among many, Punies. Now then, since these Punies are pretty much, waiting to get out, there's only one way to do that, and that's to get the key. The problem is, this group of Punies is not going to be released first. Not until later on in the stage. So, for the time being, we need to deal with the room going this way. And the reason why? Well, surprise, surprise! Ms. Mouse is here. Miss Mouse just went Metal Gear Solid on this X-Naut and just took a badge for herself. Now then, something else that's a little bit funny but hypocritical. Flurry, who is originally an attractive diva on stage, all of a sudden approves of Mario's relationship, but also at the same time disapproves it. And disapproves of Miss Mouse in general. Yet she also was flirting with Mario as well. So I think it's kind of called hypocritical. I'm not sure. But anyway, Miss Mouse pretty much rides away into the sunset. I'm not sure what badges she took, but I do know this. The fact that she hasn't just been caught by this X-Naut. Instead, the fact that she just got away moments before the X-Naut got up tells you something. That she pretty much planned how long and when it takes for her to wake up from, for her victim to wake up from being karate chopped. Anyway, this guy's nothing. I'm going to use Power Smash and end this real quickly. And that takes care of him. Now then, I think next would be getting this key over to the Elder. And also, we've got an Ultra Shroom, which I need to go back to the bazaar again to store. There's no way in hell I'm going to be using my Ultra Shroom unless I have something to mix it with. That would be the wise thing to do. Just saying. But anyway, now Punio has talked to the Elder, who is not too happy with the fact that he just freed her and not freed any of the prisoners. Well, it's not his fault. He can only carry one key. Anyway, the fact that Punio is trying to translate everything that the Elder is saying, it's gonna fall into deaf ears because, well, we're already doing that anyway. And what she's saying in Spanish is the fact that, well, not saying Spanish. Why did I say that? I say what she's trying to say is the fact that Punio needs to step up because one day he's going to be a leader, and not only that, lecturing him on the basics of being a leader and all that good jazz, while Mario and Flurry is taking a nap throughout this whole entire speech. And yet nothing was done to reprimand them. Unlike Paper Mario, where every time Mario falls asleep during a long elongated speech, someone gets offended. Regardless. So, it may be a long shot, but now that we've freed the Elder, now we may need some Punies in order for me to do what I need to do and go where I need to go. So, yeah. Expect Punies in the next part. Alright. Let's get past... Well, that would have been annoying and a half if I left that in. Anyway, it's time for us to meet up with a Puny Elder and what's left of the Punies, so that the Elder can actually get a good rallying cry for all of her non-believing citizens. So, yeah, let's do that, shall we? Alright. Just a little bit more and we should be there. Yep, there we go. Let's first get me some health and let me save. I'm gonna need it. Or on second thought, I don't. Well, if it isn't Punio, you heard me. I can't say I expected you to manage to rescue the Elder. I told you I wish I could do it. Don't get us... Wait, I'm going a little bit too slow with fast-moving text. So technically speaking, PewDiePie had little to no faith in Punio in his endeavors. That's basically what it's trying to say. And now, the Elder's stepping in. Because the Elder is that awesome. So, yeah. Anything else? Oh, yeah. The Pikmin you see here are going to be following you until you get... did I just say Pikmin? I meant the Punies are going to follow you here until, that is, you get about 500. Once you get 500, then they'll just follow you around like dogs. That's what they do. Anyway... Punio explains his case to the other Punies so that they could actually aid him in the final fight for his tree. And I wouldn't say final, it's more on the lines of a declaration of independence, if you will. But nonetheless, we've got 10 more Punies other than Punio enlisted. So, what's the whole gimmick of this? You're given these Punies in order to complete the puzzles that requires a certain weight limit, and also one of you guys are going to be blown away. And by one of those guys, I meant just about all the Punies, because of the fact that Flurry is going to have to use them to blow them into a bubble field so they can all get across safely. And that ain't even the worst part. The worst part about this well, I wouldn't say the worst part. I'd say that ain't even the more puzzling part. The puzzling part is basically gathering all the Punies so they can actually weigh down on certain switches. So, that problem just got averted because of the fact that the Elder pretty much gave Mario the only means to keep these Punies, from going out of control. And yeah, maybe one more thing, but it's safe to say that she's, how should I put it? It's safe to say that she was just bullshitting the X-Nauts and Grotus by telling them that she had no idea where the Crystal Star was. And yet, the Crystal Star is right here in the second castle. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, oh. Sorry, cat randomly tearing up things. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next part where we actually start exploring the Boggly Tree. This is RVMan985. See you guys next time for some puny action. And by action, I mean they're all Pikmin. Bye.